sorry.
Maybe I'll sit down.
Tell us your thoughts in terms of what you hope that the film will result in doing.
Well, we're just hoping that people will realize, bullying is a problem and that it needs to be dealt with and it needs to not be taken lightly.
I hope this film will accomplish making people aware of people's differences and making them more tolerant of those differences and embracing those differences.
I've always been interested in the topic of bullying, and especially as it pertains to people with disabilities, because I am an occupational therapist and I work with special education students in the Buffalo schools, so I'm always looking for different ways to learn how to be an advocate for the students that I work with.
Excellent.
And we're here to support Jesse Saperstein. He's a friend of ours, and we actually do a lot of work with people with autism. And so that's a passion of mine. People with autism are bullied, children with autism are bullied 6 out of 10 versus 1 out of 10. So that's why we're here.
I'm so pleased to welcome you to our 8th annual Disabilities Film Festival and Speaker Series. For those of you who are not familiar with our museum, it opens a window onto the pained and often endangered lives of bullied kids, revealing a problem that transcends geographic, racial, ethnic, and economic borders. It documents the responses of teachers and administrators to aggressive behaviors that defy kids will be kids cliches. And it captures a growing movement among parents and youths to change how bullying is handled in schools, in communities, and in society as a whole. It is estimated that over 85% of children with disabilities are bullied by their peers. Because of the severity of the impact of bullying on children with intellectual and other disabilities, we felt that this topic was critical to incorporate into our upcoming educational programming at the museum and to serve as this year's festival theme. So without any delay, I would like to present to you Bully.
From the day Kyle was born, I was probably the proudest dad in the world.
I think you are all in for a really big treat.
The horrors of bullying have created heroes, even full-blown national celebrities. I hear that the famous Karen Klein, the bus monitor, lives in the Rochester area. Is she in the audience today? I guess not. I was hoping to meet her, though. If I had looked at Karen Klein before this incident, it would have been easy to come to conclusions about her life. Everyone gets beaten up to some extent in this move on. With that said, I'm held prisoner by my case of Asperger's syndrome. On the Appalachian Trail, I only had to walk. As long as I kept taking steps forward, I would succeed. 15 miles became 30, 30 became 90, 100, 250, and so forth. And before I knew it, I had hiked all the way from Georgia to Maine. And I did this by speaking a lot of gibberish, something I was always criticized for, to keep my mind occupied. I would utter nonsensical phrases like compositron, Scotch guard, sketchmeister. Don't try to sign that. It does not even exist. It's gibberish. Make the sign for gibberish.